degrees, and I think we're going to get there, I really do. Barbara, 25, yeah, maybe not so much. It is Monday, November the 7th, and I'm really, really excited. But first of all, let me do this.
Galaxy 107fm.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107fm, and so very, very happy to have everybody joining us this morning. If you're going to watch this a little later on over there on YouTube, well, you know what to do, right? No, you do. Seriously, you do by now. Sub, thumb, bell. Bingo. Bell notifications when we have important people, and believe me, today you really couldn't get much more important than the guest that we have, Cassandra Smith. She is the president of the BCCMAs, and believe me, I have some curly questions for her on that, I really do. But also, she's part of a band, part of a duo, yes, Moonshine Mollies, and we're going to give you some of that music as well. But in the meantime, let me tell you how happy we are to be in association with Rise Up TV, Big Records, Sony Music, The Orchard, here with Galaxy.
Another indie artist interview brought to you by Galaxy 107fm in association with Rise Up TV, Big Record and Sony Music The Orchard.
Very, very humbled to have Cassandra join us, and believe me, you're going to love her. In fact, I've got to be honest with you, one of the more pretty interviews that I've done for the last couple of weeks. Believe me, it's been pretty much men, so I'm looking forward to this, I really am. Let's kick it off with Moonshine Molly's Time here at Galaxy. So that gives us a couple of minutes to get to know each other.
Yeah, okay.
If you need a stiff drink, I wouldn't blame you.
No, I'm good.
Okay, well, on the other hand, if you need a psychiatrist, I've got one in your region as well.
Okay.
Okay, because God only knows what I'm going to ask you, but it's going to be fun, okay? I promise you that.
Looking forward to it.
No, please don't look forward to it. At the end of this, you'll get a copy of everything we do, including photos and the video. Have you ever been a cartoon before, Cassandra?
A cartoon?
Yeah.
Just on the apps, you know, those ones that make you into a cartoon?
Okay,
No.
okay, well, now you're going to be, believe me. And I've got to be honest, Cassandra, it's one of the few things that actually makes me look good.
Being a cartoon?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, listen, I ran into a lady in the supermarket the other day, and she comes up to me and she's staring at me, and I went, "What are you looking at, lady?" She goes, "You look nothing like the cartoon." Thanks. Mike Gill is joining us. Nice to have you on board, Mike. How are you, my friend? And Amara Shea. Hello, sweetheart. Nice to have you back. It really, really is. Looking forward to new stuff and new work from you in the new year. So please, 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 guys, take care of yourselves. Drink, fight nice, okay? Celebrate the right way. Literally, festive season's coming. You can feel it. Have you got something special on for Christmas?
Just family, staying close to home.
Nice.
You know, it's nice, yeah. And our family, they come on Vancouver Island, so we're all on the island, which is nice. I have other family in the prairies, but we're just sticking around here.
Very cool.
Might go to the mainland, and that's about it. Yeah.
Do you know Chris Andreas?
I do.
Good friend of ours.
I do. We don't live too far from each other.
Don't upset him. He throws knives too, by the way. Let's go on. I only wear the glasses because it makes me look sexy, right? Yeah, okay. We are joined by Shimmer Johnson and Jim Buffett as well. Nice to have you on board, Jim. It really, really is. And today, very, very special day because we're talking not only to the president of the BCCMAs, but also one of the lead singers, the duo of Moonshine Molly. Of course, Brenna Nixon is the other half of that duo. So let's introduce you to Cassandra Smith. Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon over there in Canada. You're on the island in Vancouver, is that right?
Yes, we are. And yeah.
Okay, well, you know, I was asking you prior to going live on air if you knew Chris Andreas. Him and I, we're actually going out Sasquatch hunting when I get over there.
Oh, nice.
You want to be a part of that? You want to come and join us?
That would be a blast, yes. I would like that.
I feel safe with Chris because he knows his way around a blade or two, you know what I mean?
I didn't know that about Chris, so that's interesting news.
Yeah.
Totally.
Let me lay it out for you straight away. Literally, do not upset the man. Todd, he is joining us. Lisa Saunders from Rise Up TV. Nice to have you on board as well. And Jimmy says Syracuse, New York. Yes, of course, you're from Syracuse, my friend. I know that. Having said that, Cassandra, we opened up the show with Moonshine Molly's Time. Tell me a little bit about this, because believe me, when we started playing it, and 1,761 requests so far since we have been playing it, so you're getting a bit of traction. Tell me a little bit about it. How'd you come to the lyrics?
Well, we started writing our EP and, you know, just pulling from our backgrounds and everything. And Rihanna had come to me with a poem that her mom gave her, or wrote in 1969, and she passed away with cancer, and the girls got it published it, and she said, you know what, I really like this poem. Can we think of a way to use the poem? And I looked at it, and I was like, it is the perfect first verse and chorus, and so we went off of that and then finished the song and worked with our producer and musicians to bring it all together. So it's a really special memory and celebration for her mom.
Very, very cool. Now, Alec from Hope, I presume you know where Hope is, right?
Yes,
I think there's something to do with the Coquihalla there as well. Alec is asking, when are you looking at touring Moonshine Molly's?
we are looking at a regional, like, island tour closer to, in the winter here, and then on the mainland, closer to where he is, closer to the summer.
Very cool. Now, I want to switch angles here because I want to put on the let's talk to the president hat and let you know that, you know, so far we've interviewed people you may recognise, like Curtis Pope, Ben Click, Beamer Wigley, April Dawn, Chris Buck, Aaron Holiday, the Washboard Union, Troy Towner, Rod Black, Rod Henson, Patrick Bass. Look, the list just goes on and on and on, including Kadu and everything like that. Mm-hmm. So we kind of know your kind of music. You know what I mean? We got a good foothold, and of course Linda Cascadian we interviewed here, and also Mr. Pope. Well, he was supposed to be interviewing me, but I kind of took over and reversed it on him, which made for a hilarious time. But
yeah.
And believe me, I've got the guff here. Literally, what is the BCCMAs, our vision, all that sort of stuff. But I want to know, Cassandra, you personally, what's your vision for the BCCMAs in the next 10 years?
That's a big question.
Yeah, it is.
It is. And so I came into the BCCMA as president, just 2021, coming, you know, during COVID, working through that and, you know, making a lot of changes and growth there. And I think the idea and the plan is to grow, and I'd really like to see more diversity in country music. Patrick Massey and myself on the board when I was on the first year, which was three years ago that I was started on the board, we brought in the inclusion and diversity policy so we could have, we are a safe place. And I think the whole vision is creating a community where people feel good about whatever kind of country music they are playing, and that we support them in that process and grow as a community. Even our Hall of Fame, we're working on how to bring everybody together, because there is a lot of age gaps and differences in music. Like, it's changed so much through the years. So creating a community where everybody is sharing what they are doing, and I feel that's the most important thing that I would like to see happen.
You know what impressed me about this year's BCCMA is literally, we were watching it live here, and straight away we saw a good friend of ours, Beamer Wigley. That was a heck of a start. I gotta commend you, I really did. Who chose Beamer as the start?
So are you talking, we didn't actually do it live this year because coming out of COVID, we couldn't have we had to do some cuts in the budget. So do you mean from the 2021 show?
Yeah, something like that. It was,
Okay.
it was his latest song. Believe me, we've been playing it just recently.
Yes, he's I was talking to him at the CCMAs, and we were discussing, I remember when he was quite young and he was doing really well, and it was like sort of, I think I said to him, where did you go? What were you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like a little bit out of the scene a bit for a while. And he said, starting off so young, you have to he wanted to reinvent himself. So just celebrating that. And he's so talented and still so young, right? Like,
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
Believe me, we knew him before he owned a driver's license, and
Yeah.
I remember him telling me, he's showing it to me. He's going, I've got my driver's license now. I says,
Yeah.
right, now you can stay off the footpath.
Yeah.
Marion Peterson is joining us. Nice to have you on board, Marion. Now, at the same time, okay, you've got a personal vision for the BCCMAs. I just got one question. Where's my membership?
Where's your membership?
I haven't received my membership yet.
Yeah.
Believe me, because we are very interested in being a part of the BCCMAs, more so than what we've already been a part of. I mean, literally, we entertain and we also interview so many of your countrymen and so many of your regions people as well, artists across the board. But we only play the best, okay? We only interview the best.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. We have so many talented artists, and you said, a lot of them too.
Yeah, believe me, and we're always open for new talent as well. So you think somebody special might be coming your way. I don't mind a nudge. Hey, check this person out. Believe me, we ought to have a look at it. But
Sure.
everything goes through a board with us, unfortunately, and they are primarily only interested in our image, so it's got to be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Then I go and destroy our image because they have employed me to do this job. Weird. Should have worked for the council or something. Cheryl Arnold is joining us as well. Nice to have you back, Cheryl. Really, really is nice to see you, my friend. It really is. Now, with the BCCMAs, tell me the process. How does somebody get involved to be able to, maybe get an award? What's the process for an artist or maybe a songwriter? How do we get to the point of being voted to go and be a part of the night?
To be a part of to get nominated for an award?
Yeah.
The process is we have open submissions. So first off, becoming a member before the 30-day deadline, and submitting your work, what you have accomplished in the time period, which is the full year previous, and working at moving your career forward. Maybe you won't get through the nomination process the first time, but just keep on moving forward and growing and showing that you're doing that, and being on social media and being yourself. right? And standing out. That's really the way. And then from there, once the submissions go in, we have a balloting committee that gets together, which I have Curtis Pope on that as well. And we all get together and go through all the artists and make sure that, you know, they're fitting into the category where they should be. And then the votes go out all to the members and do the process that way. And we have 3 rounds of voting.
Very, very cool. Toddy Man is joining us as well. Monday here, Toddy Man. But thank you for a happy Sunday from you, my friend. You have a happy Sunday. Of course, Cassandra is on Sunday as well. So you got something in common there. Toddy Man is coming out of Africa, by the way. So we literally have a global audience, and I'll let you know all the stats as we go through this. But first of all, by the river's edge, what do you do down there?
Hang out, have a good time. We have a really nice river, really clean here, Nanaimo River, and we started writing it. I was staying at a farm, and we were songwriting there, and I'm like, we have to talk about the river. It's just beautiful and good time. You know, when it's hot, you always end up at the river. So yeah.
You know, I'm looking forward to playing this, I really am. Sandy Homer is joining us as well. Now, but at the same time, it's a Moonshine Molly song. It really, really is. Before we get into that, are you releasing anything new in the near future? Are you looking at maybe releasing an album, more than 2 songs?
We have a 6-song EP recorded and ready to go out. It's just in the process, so it'll be in the new year.
So can I get you to come back again? Can we do a full interview on Moonshine Mollies? I would really, really love to do that. Because, I want you to give me a shout out now for who you're working with. What's the studios you're working with? Who's your producer? Everything like that. Because as an engineer myself, in almost 40 years, I'm loving the work that is being produced here. Tell me who they are.
It's Treble 5 Music, and it's Lee Nichols. He's a new producer, and we were lucky enough to work with him, and the songs, you know, came together in a tiny little room, and he's just amazingly talented. He did all the bass and guitar on that track as well. So yeah, very talented musician and talented producer too. Like, just wonderful.
Well, let me tell you, 1991 requests for By the River so far. Believe me, it's made a connection with our audience. It really, really has. And in fact, we don't call them our audience, we call them the noise, because it just grows. It gets louder and louder. And when we first played this, we didn't say a lot to anybody. We just played it, you know what I mean? Did it a couple of times, and believe me, our internet just got weird. It really did. Everybody wanted to know who, what, when, where, and how, and when we were doing the interview. Today it is, and officially we're going to release it here at Galaxy as By the River, by the Moonshine Mollies. How you feeling, Cassandra? You okay?
I am okay. I'm like, the love. It's so wonderful.
Very, very cool. How many countries?
182.
Okay, that's not bad. 182 countries are tuned in right now.
Everyone.
Nice.
It is nice. See, Pamela Tozer Harbottle is joining us. Hello, sweetheart. Nice to have you back. It really, really is. She's one of the other executives with Rise Up TV, who, incidentally, are coming to New Zealand.
Pardon?
They're coming to New Zealand, Rise Up TV, big records.
Right.
Yep.
I need to come to New Zealand. I've not been there yet.
You do need to come to New Zealand, Cassandra. I've got to be honest, and believe me.
Bring all those people too. that are on that list.
Bring all these people. Barbara goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Big
bring
festival.
everybody.
Yeah. Tell you what, they got a big bus.
Yeah. How am I doing, by the way? Am I good?
You're looking great.
Okay,
You really-
wonderful.
You really are. Believe me. I'm sorry, but you've got to look at me, which is, I get the better deal.
Thanks.
Tell me, Cassandra, and I ask everybody this, unprejudiced, I've got to be honest. You're not a vegan, are you?
I'm not, no.
No, you're a meatologist like me?
I do, yes.
Okay,
I like a
okay.
good steak.
Well, let
Yeah.
me lead into this question. Have you ever tried a vegan sausage?
I believe I have, yes.
Are they made of real vegans?
That's like vegan leather. But they made a real vegans. I like that.
Well,
Good.
I mean, I was a little upset when I found out the Girl Guide biscuits weren't made of Girl Guides. Johnson & Johnson won't return my emails anymore. I keep asking them, how many babies goes into a bottle of baby oil, but,
I don't know.
Oh, goodness.
it's true. Tell you what, in the news this morning, chickens apparently are no longer crossing the road.
They're not?
No, the chicken union came out, said Bob got killed, that's the last one, even though he did make it to the other side. But no, now they're taking over. Wolf Milestone is joining us as well.
At my house, I have ducks.
Did nobody prepare you for me yet?
No, but that's okay.
Okay.
Oh God, we poor play.
The rest of the staff are just going, oh my gosh. I'm sorry,
It's
Cassandra.
sensible.
No, it's good. It's good.
Be sensible.
Yeah.
I would be not smiling if I wasn't having a good time. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll let you use the vegan joke anytime you want, okay?
I like that. It's made of real vegans.
Well, here's something that really did happen. Through the pandemic, I have a legally blind friend. Her name is Susan, right? And at the local supermarket where we are here, I ran into her. Well, I didn't run into her, but, I sort of, Anyway, she was looking rather worried, and I says, what's the matter? And she goes, as a blind person, what's the last thing you want to read? And I went, wouldn't have a clue. She goes, do not touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surely it did happen.
It is.
Dear. I used to be a stand-up comedian back in the day as well, so I apologise, okay?
That's so good. Probably works very well with this job, right?
Oh, well, you don't have to be nuts to work here, but hell, it helps.
Yes. Nice.
If you're a little psychotic, you got your OCDs and the ADDs and all the other Ds and all the letters of the alphabet, Dan, come and work for us.
Galaxy.
That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're talking to Cassandra Smith, not only from Moonshine Molly's, but also the BCCMA president as well. And believe me, it is such an honour to be able to speak to somebody of this importance. It really, really is. Now, Cassandra, while we were having a little bit of a break, while everybody on the interwebby thing and everybody else was having a listen to your music, I had a young lady who got in touch with us. Her name is Maxine. She comes out of South Carolina, and she's asking, how do we get hold of you as a fan? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Twitter? Are you on TikTok? Are you a talker? Are you on all the medias? And how do we do that? But more importantly, as a fan, do you respond?
Yes, we do respond, and yes, we're on all the platforms. I believe all of them are Moonshine Molly's, except for Twitter is Molly's Country.
Very, very nice.
As well.
Now, Robert, coming out of Alberta, Canada, is asking, do you have a website where we can buy merch? Not only your music, but do you have koozies, t-shirts, yada, yada, yada? How do we get there?
We are updating our shop as we speak, so that'll be done in the next 3 weeks, and it will be on moonshinemollies.ca.
Very, very cool. Now, having said that, now that we've got to know each other a little bit, how would you like to send me a t-shirt? That way I can wear your brand when I do these interviews. And would you believe, and I don't know how it works, I really don't, but subliminally people go and have a look at the artist I'm wearing, and it happens, it really does, literally. And, while I'm doing these interviews, I don't know how they can find the time to watch and then go and have a look at something else at the same time, but they manage to do so. You never know, you might be able to sell a koozie, a guitar pick, all that sort of couple of t-shirts. But more importantly, when you finally get your CD all together, how would you like to send us a few that we could do a Moonshine Molly's giveaway?
Yes, for sure.
For
sure we can do that. What size of t-shirt are you?
I'll get Barbara to give you all the details. The thing is, when I asked you if you responded to being on the interwebby, if fan gets hold of you, normally I would have said no. Literally, you're gonna have 5,000 new Facebook fans now, and I feel sorry for you. Actually, you're not going to have anything to do all day except reply. But I have somebody do that for me. Her name is Barbara. She's very, very proficient at what she does, and I'll get her to pass on all the details of everything. Now, Barbara, do we talk about the magazine?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can. Okay. Having said how much I like Moonshine Molly's, I would like and be very, very honoured, not as the president of the BCCMAs, but more as the artist from Moonshine Molly's, to put you in a magazine that currently is coming out of India. A good friend of mine, Jay, has a magazine called Lazy Jay. And believe me, it's really starting to pick up momentum. It really is. I've had critics literally say, it's going to be the next Rolling Stone. And I'm going, if it becomes a third of that, it's going to be a fantastic magazine. We have been involved with it now for a couple of years, and we have exposed a number of artists, especially from Vancouver, including people like Dwayne Watson, for instance, or even Chris Andreas, Kadu, yada, yeah, I've got a list here. You know what I mean? On this magazine. Basically what I'm saying, it's about promoting Moonshine Molly's, and Jay will probably get a hold of you. Barbara will do a group thing to start off with. Jay will get hold of you, send you some questions, ask you for a quick video, to say, hi, this is Moonshine Molly's on, Lazy Indie Magazine, stuff like that. And again, as I say, it's all about promotions of Moonshine Molly's. Would you mind if we did that?
I would not mind at all. That would be wonderful. Thank you.
Nice. Yeah. Because believe me, it's not often that I ask for a t-shirt to do a brand, because Moonshine Molly's, as I say, I've been an engineer for a number of years now. I hear bands every day, but from time to time, one takes my imagination, grabs my attention, you know what I mean? That's what I got from Moonshine Molly's, and believe me, when I hear it, I get no information. I don't know who the band is, I don't know who the artist is, I know nothing about it. All I have is the music. And, I actually play it in my car.
Nice.
That's the first intro to any band's music is literally in my car. Now, I do that for two reasons. First reason is I've got to do the interview, so I don't want anybody else influencing me on whether or not I want to do it. I base it on the music itself, okay? Second reason is nobody else wants to drive with me. No, it's true. It really is quite true. Brian Wayne Perry is joining us. Nice to have you on board, Brian. Kim King is joining us as well. And Jimmy says, you rock, Barbara.
Oh, thank you, Jimmy.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, my friend. Now, why we play your music and why we want all of this to go in one big package and everything like that is I'm leading up now. The next time that you get next to a recordable 58 microphone,
yep.
How would you like to do me a couple of voice drops that we can play on air here? Again, the more times people hear your name, the more times people hear your music, the more times people get to know who you are. You know what I mean? It's about promotion again. Would you do that for me, Cassandra?
I would, for sure. And I'll get Brianna in there with me as well.
Absolutely. Please, please, please.
Yeah.
Love that idea. And please, next time we talk, how about getting Brianna in on the conversation as well? Just don't...
I tried.
Yeah.
She's busy today. Yeah.
Just don't let her know what I'm like, okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
She's an awful lot like you. She's very funny, and yeah, we have a lot of good times together. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Because believe me, if you do get to come to New Zealand, we would love to have you down here playing in front of New Zealand audiences. All I can suggest is, well, if you're going to hook up with me, bail money. We're dangerous down here. We like to have a lot of fun. We really do. Have you ever heard of Queenstown?
Yes, I have.
You have. Okay, well, Queenstown is a little boutique kind of town, come city, where all the A-listers from around the world go and, do things that your paparazzi won't get a hold of, you know what I mean? Shania Twain owns property down there, by the way. Pre-pandemic, of course, we had Cruise down there, Tom Cruise. We had Keanu Reeves, Kevin Costner, all the A-listers. But I've got to be honest, Cassandra, if you're going to hook up with me, I'll throw you off a bridge.
Nice.
Hey, nothing like being straight up.
Swim, right? Good thing I can swim.
You and Brianna, look, we'll throw both of you, and if you really want, I'll go with you. We have a thing called bungee jumping down in Queenstown, and a good friend of mine, AJ Hackett, who introduced the sport to New Zealand, he runs it. So believe me, I'd be honoured to be able to give you a good hike off a bridge.
I've never gone bungee jumping, and I have one like 15 minutes from my house, and you jump off the bridge and down through the river ravine in there. And I've never been brave enough, so you'd have to push me off.
Well, I tell you what, when you get here, I'll do that. But when I get over there, I would love it if you would just give me a hike off that bridge as well. I'm right into, literally, I love something that makes the heart go. I mean, I'm only 21. This is what radio does to you. It's true. But having said that, Cassandra, we would love to have you here in New Zealand. We really, really would. We'd love to be able to promote you. And are you familiar with the Galaxy artist page on Facebook?
I have checked it out. Yes, I have.
Use it, please. It's free for artists, and you'll be surprised how many people look in there, literally. And there's people, all walks of life. There's managers, promoters, agents, common people like myself. We even go and have a look in there, you know what I mean? So please use it. It doesn't matter if you've got a new logo, a new track, a new video, the opening of a shoebox. It's about getting you out there, really is. So we want to see Moonshine Molly's in there, please. We really, really do, because we want to be able to promote you. And I hope you don't mind not only stepping aside as the president of the BCCMAs, but for us here to be able to follow your career as well. And of course, Brianna's.
Thank you.
We really are interested in that. Let it be known that I do want a corporate membership. So I want you to get in touch with Barbara and tell her how we can purchase one of those, because I would love to be a part of it. We do want to be a part of the BCCMAs more. You know what I mean? And as I said, we're in every English-speaking country of the world. We're followed around the world. We love the work, the talent that comes out of your region. We really do. It would be remiss of us if we missed out on anything. So we do want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, we can do that for sure.
Nice. Terry Van Cannon's watching. Nice to bail money and a bungee jumping. There is a song in there. Bucket list. Terry Van Cannon. Hello, Pumpkin. Nice to have you back. He's coming out of North Carolina. He's a master on slide steel guitar. You couldn't get much better. You really couldn't. He's very, very talented in his own right. Been doing it for years. Also supplying half of America, I think, with pumpkins. His wife owns a pumpkin farm in Mexico, and believe me, semis just rolling up of pumpkin. I would be having pumpkin nightmare by now, but I really would. Rod Black is from, yes, we covered Rod there, my friend, we really did. He is a very good friend of Galaxy's, and we know he's from BBC. We do. Yep, absolutely. Will you come back again?
Yes, I will, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay, now, one last question. Do you need a stiff drink now?
Do I need which?
Do you need a stiff drink now?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
It's still the afternoon. If we have a later interview, sure.
We have a anytime after 10 o'clock kind of deal.
Then it's okay. It's not 5 o'clock somewhere.
Well, you see,
10 o'clock somewhere.
I finish work about 10 o'clock or so, if you know what I mean. If I'm not doing interviews and stuff like that, take a couple of hours, then I get back to work. I'm lucky to leave, to be honest, by about 6 o'clock, and I get here about 11 o'clock at night. So it's a pretty full day. But, you know, we have a liquid lunch every now and again. We'd be very, very honoured to be able to have either a beer or a top shelf, maybe a wine with you here in New Zealand. We would like to have that.
Sounds good.
Nice. Tommy T. Okay. Stuttering here. Literally is joining us as well. Nice to have you on board. It has been an honour and an absolute pleasure to be able to connect with you and talk to you not only about Moonshine Mollies but about the BCCMAs, and we'd love to be more a part of that. We'd love to have you back again. Love to be able to play your voiceovers and also wear your brand and do some giveaways. So thank you so much for joining us here at Galaxy, and we are so looking forward to having a relationship, watching you and Brianna as you go through the successes of music. And believe me, I think it's a very, very challenging stage right now, so I wish you all the best. I really do. The doors are open, literally.
Yeah.
No more lockdown. We can be expressive again. We can. Get on stage. Enjoy yourself. Have fun writing, singing and producing music. We love your work. And thank you for joining us. But in the meantime,
Thank you.
in the meantime, let me tell you how happy we are to be with, in association with Rise Up TV, Sony Music, The Orchard, and also Big Records here with Galaxy.
Another indie artist interview brought to you by Galaxy 107 FM in association with Rise Up TV, Big Record, and Sony Music The Orchard.